And I'm recording.
Oh,
There we
perfect.
go.
All right.
Cool.
So
So you have a separate table where the transactions happen.
yes. So I'll show you. This is the truck. We'll walk over there. So the truck is right to the right of us. I'll show you the tent that we're underneath. So ordinarily we have an awning. Let me just finish showing you here, so I know you're recording. This is the tent that we set up right now. Just so we're in the shade to make sure things are not overheating,
Mhm.
right? And we have the truck right on the other side here. So
Oh, that is a
once
cool
this
looking
car
truck.
passes, let me back up. All right. So the truck we have here.
And is it refrigerated?
Yes.
Cool.
So yeah, we'll take a walk on the inside and you'll see. I'm just showing the outside. So typically, right, the design of the truck is so that people can go inside. Can you still hear me?
Yep, I can hear you fine.
Okay, perfect. So ideally people will be able to go inside, but for now, we have people helping us and we have the menus at the side, so we'll go in and get the food for them, just to kind of reduce people in and out of the space and stuff like that.
That
So
makes
let me
sense.
show you what the inside. This is Kavaris and Nina. Say
Hi.
hello. All right, so before I walk in, it's gonna be a little loud inside there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try just because the roof is on. But when I walk in, I'm gonna show you the shelves that we have our food ordinarily, where they'll be walking in and out. We have a pallet on the floor right now, with the produce in boxes, and that's just because we're packing everything for everyone. Um, Ideally, it would be on the shelves, and people would go in and pick up their own produce and stuff like that. So let me walk in and show you.
Cool. Nice. So some dry goods and then also produce.
Is there anything else you want me to go back in to show you or zoom in? I can't really hear what you're saying.
Yeah, I think I got a good picture of it. So there's
Okay.
shelves for during not COVID when people can
Right.
go inside and they can shop, but now there's a menu
Right.
outside of what's inside and
Right. Exactly.
folks
So
let
I
you
can show you.
know.
Right. Exactly. So I can show you. Let me show you what the menu looks like.
Yeah.
You know how like they do.
Oh, that's
So it's
great. So
pretty much
there's multiple.
right. Right. And they can indicate what quantity they want, and all that stuff.
Cool.
Right.
How they have it looking nice, where you can gain.
Let me open up the last page.
Yeah, it is easy. I look.
You only got one hand. There you go.
Thank
All
you.
right. Nice.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So, any questions for me?
I think a couple of them. Is this your first time at the Lellman Exchange, or is that a regular site that you go to?
No. So the Lemon Exchange is a new site. We've been in talks with them, for a long time before COVID. Because they're a hub for the community in Lelman. We
Mm-hmm.
think it's a good space. They're also where we, as soon as possible, would like to do like after hours shopping times and stuff like that to appeal to more in the community. It just a lot of that was kind of slowed down and had to be rethought. So we've kind of been in touch with them.
And is this your first mobile market since COVID, since March?
Yes, this is the very first one.
Yeah. Does it go by My Mobile Market or Groceries on the Go?
So Groceries on the Go is the very recently new name.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
That's a fun
So
name.
yeah, I think so. So very recently, very new. Just to reflect a kind of different direction and to sort of like separate the social enterprise from some of the other things we do up here in Tampa Bay, which has always been a challenge for us.
Yeah.
But we think we have we think
And
we have some credit.
everything that's there today is for sale, or is some of it for donation? How does that work?
So everything is for sale.
Cool.
Everything you see.
So it's for sale. Folks can use cash, card, or
Yep.
or Snap today.
Yep.
Great.
All of the above.
And where is the produce coming from? I think the one thing my team's going to want to be sure of is that I know summer Florida grown produce is hard to impossible.
Right.
But come fall, I know we'll want to see that there is at least some Florida grown produce.
Yeah, absolutely. So I just recently spoke with our director of procurement, and he's confident that he'll be able to have options for me by the end of this week.
Cool.
Because at the moment, at the moment we have, we source from, a location that has a mix. But we had a conversation, and he's confident that he can secure, local produce, and we'll be able to identify what's local moving forward with, the fresh access box guideline.
Great. Yeah, that's wonderful. And I know if he needs a connection with Farmers Feeding Florida, I know I forgot her name. Her name just slipped my mind, but the woman who runs that might be able to help with some more local procurement.
Perfect. Yeah, if you can send me that contact, that'll be great. I'll forward that on to him. Because ideally, we want options, so that sounds good to me.
Yeah, the more options, the better.
Yeah.
I think that really answered a lot of my questions. The only two I have, before COVID, how many stops were you doing a week? And like, what do you envision for the future as far as market days?
Right. So before COVID, we were doing with our other truck that isn't currently up and running just yet. We were doing about 6 stops a week, approximately. Yep.
That's a lot.
So it was a relatively big hit. So we were doing Tuesdays to Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, pretty much. Yep. I think we had 2 stops on Tuesdays most times. That's kind of what made it. And that varied from week to week, depending on where we were going and stuff like that. But approximately 5 to 6 stops a week.
Wow, that's a lot. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And what kind of marketing do you do? Do you really partner with the agency that you're going to stop at and have them do the promotion?
Which agency are you referring to?
I think whatever agency you're stopping at. How do you do the marketing yourselves, and then also do you work like on this time with Wellman Exchange for them to do some of the promotion?
So most of our promotion comes through our development team.
Okay.
Right. So that's through websites, through connections. Personally, myself and my team, we are in touch with like healthcare partners who most of our voucher programs and stuff go through, and we sort of follow up, and then through word of mouth, what we do kind of gets out into the community, and we have conversations with people who would like to bring us there and stuff like that. And then in terms of Lehman Exchange, they are usually happy to use whatever marketing that we usually put out into the community, and they prefer to share. They've expressed that they prefer to share from our platform to give our platform as much boost as possible.
That's
sense. Kind of how we connect.
Keep the message pretty consistent and clear.
Exactly. So which I appreciate that. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, definitely. Cool. I think that answers all of them. How many folks do you think you'll get out today? What kind of crowd did you get in the past?
In the past, we were doing from like 12 to 20 people, but that's especially because we had connections with voucher programs, right? And sometimes we'd have a lot more depending on people where we are. People would do walk-ups and stuff like that. Today, we connected with the community. This is sort of like operating as like a soft launch for us, so we can kind of reflect on how we marketed, how many people come out. So in terms of how many we expect today, I'd hope for maybe 10, and then kind of reflect and see what happens.
Yeah, slow start, and folks are kind of shopping different these days.
Yeah, exactly. That's I think what has me the most like uncertain in terms of who will come out, because it's a relatively new launch, and then people are already being extra cautious, but we're confident we'll figure out whatever we need to do, we'll figure out something.
I think so too. You mentioned a voucher program. Was it like a fruit and vegetable prescription type program, or what was that?
So it pretty much was just a voucher to shop for anything on a truck, and it was usually in connection with healthcare partners who are already doing nutritional classes and things along those lines. So it's kind of like blending similar, goals in terms of healthy eating and healthy living. And they would just receive a voucher for an amount from 10 to 25, just to shop for anything on the truck.
Was that the food as medicine kind of model?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
hearing about that. That was a really cool
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah. So that's how we did a bulk of our stops, and then also through some other locations that we followed that similar model. And
Cool.
I think they're ready to. I mean, because they're a healthcare organization, they have different time checkpoints that they need to hit before they can relaunch some of these things. But I'll be in touch with them soon again to see how things are on their end.
Yeah, and so folks if it happens in the future, they could do the class, get a $10 voucher, use that.
Right.
But if they want to shop more, they can use their SNAP too.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
great. And
Yeah,
they're
and we've had,
bucks.
we've been in the community and people have asked, way before we even had conversations or finalized, EBT, people are asking for it, so we're really kind of happy to have it accessible now.
Cool. Well, I think you answered all my questions. Once you get register set up, let's touch base, because I think there should be a way where we can easily make it kind of automatic, the Fresh Access bucks in register. We might just have to kind of be on the phone. I'm sort of familiar with it, but I don't have it in front of me.
Cool.
But from what I can tell, you can label things as Florida grown Fresh Access bucks, and you can label things as SNAP. It should be able to do the discount. So
Perfect. Perfect.
yeah, and I'll talk to my team and I'll get back to you with next steps, probably end of this week, early next week.
Okay, that sounds good.
Sounds good.
Nice
Thanks
to
for
nice to
taking the
finally.
time.
I feel like it's the first time we virtually met. So
Yeah, we've actually seen each other's faces. We've just talked
yeah,
on the phone
exactly.
a lot.
It's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
But cool. Thank you.
Do you have any questions for me? Sorry, just
I know you mentioned that whenever you be in touch, I assume you'll discuss like training for Fresh Access Box. Because I've been reviewing stuff, but I imagine you'll answer some of my questions then. So I wouldn't.
yeah, yeah. The next step will be a training, and we'll do a virtual one with you and whoever else might be, there the day of the markets.
Perfect.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. Me too.
All right. See you, Lemuel.
All right. Bye.